Hi, I'm Michael B. Ross, and I want to welcome you to the High Performance Podcast, Better Leadership for a Better Life. And today's episode is titled, The Lie That's Keeping You Stuck and What to Do Instead. I see it all the time. Leaders who say things like, I just need to get my mind right, or I need to feel more confident before I move forward, or I'll start this new thing, this new project, this new idea, this new pathway when things settle down. And it sounds responsible, it sounds thoughtful, but it's actually the lie that keeps most leaders stuck. Here's the truth. You do not think your way into clarity. You act your way into clarity. The lie is this: once I feel ready, I'll take action. But readiness is not a prerequisite. It's a result. Confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you earn. Think about it. You didn't feel ready the first time you led a team. You had a hard conversation. You stepped into a bigger role, but you did it anyways. And because you did it, you grew. And here's the truth most people miss. Action creates identity, not the other way around. This is the identity loop in real life. You take action, that action produces a result, the result reinforces a belief, that belief shapes your identity. And then your identity starts driving better actions. But if you never act, you never enter the loop. So let me tell you a personal struggle that I had a few years ago. I was in a little bit of analysis paralysis because I was transitioning my role from being more of a doer in the business, teaching our on-lead courses, doing a ton of coaching. I was averaging between 20 and 25 coaching sessions per week. Plus, I was running many of the cohorts in our on-lead program, our lead lab program, and our lead on programs. And in addition to that, I was speaking on stages, I was doing marketing, I was doing finance. And a few years ago, I realized that if I was going to scale this business at all, I had to buy back my time, I had to hire people, and I had to bring people on who can do what I do, making my job sort of obsolete. And I thought about it, and I planned it out, and I strategized it, and every time I would go up to the door, so to speak, to enter through and hire a new person to come on and take many of the roles and responsibilities that I was doing, I would hesitate. And a lot of the times it was based on fear because I felt off. I felt like I needed to be more ready. I felt like I needed to plan some more. But the truth is, anything good that happens in life, you can't really plan for. I mean, think about it. When's the right time to start a business? When's the right time to have a kid? When's the right time to buy a new car? Everybody has their ideas, the right time to buy a house, the right time to go on a vacation. But the truth is, the right time is right now when you decide for yourself that you're just going to do it and you're going to commit. I think oftentimes we confuse this idea of clarity and commitment. Meaning, I think we have more clarity than we give ourselves credit for. And that's what was happening to me. I didn't have a problem with clarity. I had a problem with commitment. And so finally, I just had to make the decision that I was going to do it. I was going to sacrifice financially myself to bring somebody on to buy back my time. And it was the best decision I ever made. And when I did that, the business revenue tripled over the next 2 years. And so it was the right decision. I ultimately brought the right people on. And now I have two partners who help support me, and we support each other, and we're able to scale and grow to areas that I never thought possible. So the temptation was, I was going to wait until I felt better. I was going to wait until I had more energy. I was going to wait until everything was perfect. But if I would have waited, I would have stayed where I was. And today I might be burned out. I might be out of this industry right now because I was to the place where I wasn't able to sustain the energy I was putting into the business every day. So I had to make a move, or I could have been out of business by now. So I started small. And I started by having the next right conversation and interviewing and making sure that I had my offer right. And I started to be proactive and ask questions. And it took about 2 to 3 months for me to bring somebody on to replace me in what I was doing. But the key is that no matter what change we have to make, we have to take the next right step. Sometimes we get it in our mind that when we're going to make a change, it's going to all be at once and it's going to be in one day. But the truth is, to make a change and to change courses, you have to do the next right thing. And the beauty is, you can always pull the plug. If you're going in a direction and you're making a change and you're going in a new direction and one of the steps doesn't feel right to you, you can always pause. But we get in our mind that we're making a change and it's all going to be in one day and we're going to abruptly disrupt our lives. And the truth is that is not the case. Change is one step at a time. It's many decisions that go into an overall change. You just need to take the next right step. So we've got to bridge the gap between what we want and the discipline that it takes to create them. So who you are today and who you are becoming is a matter of taking the next right step. So don't wait until you feel ready. That's the lie. You're not ever going to feel ready. And emotions are great. And that is emotions and elevated emotion are the way that we sustain change. But emotions follow action and actions follow emotion. So move and let readiness catch up to you. And if you're serious about becoming more intentional, more exceptional, and leading towards your best and highest, then I want to invite you to join our high performance community. It's on the school platform, and you can join our community for free. We have a ton of resources that are available to you, and we have a ton of leaders on that platform who are committed to doing the work of leadership, not just talking about it. So you can go to thehpleader.com and look for our community platform. And also, if you want to go deeper, we can help you build your identity, your disciplines, and your leadership through one of our various programs on the high performance platform. You can join the community, you can get on some of our free courses, or you can join our flagship program on Lead, where you not only get personalized leadership development, but you also get one-on-one coaching and a ton of tools and resources to go along with you on your track of development. So I'm Michael B. Ross, and I just want to remind you that you can always, no matter where you are or no matter what you're doing, you do not have to remain stuck. You can take the next right action towards the change that you want, and I have to invite you to take action today. Take absolute immediate action on ideas that compel you, because when you do so, you don't look back on your life with regret. You look back on your life with satisfaction that you've done everything in your power to live your most fulfilled and impactful life. So I want to invite you to always be intentional, be exceptional, and lead. We'll see you next time.